Hey there guys, Mike here. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection is back with another episode for you guys. Today guys, I want to show you guys some of the movies that I watched around Christmas. I think everybody's got their favorite Christmas movies that you watch every year as you put the tree up or baking holiday cookies and drinking eggnog and singing Christmas songs and sleighing and all the stuff we do, but we all got our favorite movies, and this year I thought I would talk about a few of them. First off, I want to talk about the new classic that I think is fast becoming a holiday movie up there. I think it's moved up the ranks over the past year. Now, I've been watching this movie every year for Christmas, probably, off and on, probably over 10 years, probably. But I turned my wife onto it. She loves the movie too. During Christmas, we watch it. But later on, this was turned into a movie called You Got Mail with Tom Hanks and what's her name? Gosh, what's her name? Can't think of her name. Anyways, the movie I'm talking about, The Shop Around the Corner, from 1940, MGM, directed by Ernest Lubitsch, and it's got Jimmy Stewart and, what was her name? Margaret Sullivan. Margaret Sullivan was a big actress in the 30s, and she did a lot of good movies. My favorite Margaret Sullivan movie is The Good Fairy, directed by William Wyler. Another movie I try to champion because it's so funny. It's just one of those funny movies. But yeah, this is a heartwarming movie. Like I said, it was based on, or later on they did You Got Mail. So it's basically about these two people. They work together in this shop that sells like luggage and different things. It's set in Budapest, Hungary. I'm not sure when the time frame is. It's probably the 30s, probably, or the 20s or something like that. Because by 1940, World War II was breaking out and everything. But they work at this shop. They start like pen paling one another, unknowing that they're falling in love with each other through notes, through pen paling, exchanging these notes or letter. I forgot how they do that exactly, but they're ready. They're going to meet. This one night, I think it's Christmas Eve or right before Christmas Eve or something, and they're going to meet at this restaurant. And they got like some codes. It's like if you see this book and a rose or something, that's me. And they're going to meet and everything. But a lot of little tiny mishaps start happening. Little things happen at the store that kind of get in the way of that. And they become people that really don't like each other when they work with each other. They really just don't like, and then later on, they find out and they don't want to admit it and stuff. And it's just a great story. It really is. Kind of sounds like that it could be sappy or something, but it really isn't. It's really good. Frank Morgan, the great and powerful Oz, he's in this also. It's got a great cast of supporting players in there and stuff. Very well written and directed by Ernest Lubitsch, and it's highly recommended. The Shop Around the Corner. And then no year would be Christmas at my house without watching this one. We watch this every year. Love this movie. And I think everybody does to a certain degree, but man, it always hits home. It just always does that right thing to you that you really need. And it says Christmas after watching this and stuff. So, but It's a Wonderful Life, also with Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. What can I say? Frank Capra's 1946 masterpiece. gosh, man, this movie is just, it's like the perfect movie. I was telling my wife this year, I was like, this is like the perfect movie. It has to be just perfect. You know, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have any explosions or, you know, shootouts or anything, but it still, it's really, really, really good. In the cast, great cast. If you look, she's featured a little bit, but a very young Gloria Graham, who would later go on to be in a lot of great film noir and stuff, she's in there. But just a great cast, just really good. Even Alfalfa, Carl Alfalfa Schweitzer is his name. He had a really bad life after Hollywood and stuff, but here he's like 20 something. He's grown up a little bit, but it's a very small bit part, and it's kind of a shame, you know, that you would think he would be starring in it, being Alfalfa and stuff, but he had a small role. He's the one that wants to open the pool, so when they're dancing they fall into the water and stuff. So if you look close, that's him. But man, great movie, just really good. I mean, I don't really need to even tell you guys much about it. Just like this one. Now this year I didn't watch A Christmas Story. I think a couple years ago I finally got a Blu-ray of it and stuff, and I didn't get to it, I guess. I guess we just didn't get to that one this year, but they always show that on TV, especially in America. I think TBS channel, I think they play it for 24 hours straight still, I believe. But anyways, this one is another bona fide classic from the 90s and everything. But this is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I mean, who can not go without this one? I mean, this is on everybody's. Everybody watches this. I mean, everybody's got to watch this at least one time to hear that the shitter's full, you know, or the cat getting electrocuted, and the lights, and all the great stuff. We love this movie. It's really silly and stuff, but we love it. And Chevy Chase is great in it. I mean, he's really good in this one. You know, next to the first one in the series, you know, this is my favorite. They kind of flip flop, but really good. There you go. But this year I thought I would throw something different in there. Now this, you know, takes place during Christmas. Some people would say, well, this is kind of a scary movie. It's kind of a dark humor. It's not really holiday thing, but I have to say it is. From 1984, Gremlins. That's right. Let's see, who made this? Was this Robert Zemeckis? No, Joe Dante. Whew. So stupid of me, but no, Joe Dante made this, 1984, and this is a really cool Blu-ray release. I actually found this at a Dollar General store way back, but this is one of those Diamond Luxe editions, and they came out, and they have these like really awesome. It's hard to explain like exactly what it is. It's hard to show you it. But anyways, it's 2 discs. It's got 1 disc full of just special features. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there. And then you got the first disc and everything. But yeah, if you ever run across this somewhere, pick it up. Because these Diamond Luxes are starting to become pretty popular. I was looking for a movie the other day, and there was actually a Diamond Luxe version of it. And it was very expensive. I'm trying to think of what movie that was. I guess if I think of it, I'll blurt it out, but forgot what it was. Diamond Luxe. Oh, Gravity. I think it was Gravity. Is that space movie with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney in it? But it was a Diamond Luxe edition. It had this special artwork on there and everything. And I think it was on eBay, and I think they wanted like $158 or some crazy price for it. But anyways, back to Gremlins, great holiday classic. It's just got that right amount of dark humor and cuteness and just a lot of fun still, you know. Gremlins, great movie. Next up, this is not really a Christmas movie, but I watched this movie this year. I just got this finally on Blu-ray. I don't think I've ever had an edition on any physical media before. But I got this. It has nothing to do with Christmas, really, but it just has that feeling. I wanted to show my boys this, my kids. They're not really kids anymore. I mean, they're 17. They're teenagers. They're almost grown men. But I wanted to kind of sit down and watch this movie because this was a movie that came out when I was 10 in 1986, and it was just one of those movies of my generation and stuff, and I thought maybe they could relate to it and stuff, but they weren't really interesting. They didn't have time, so oh well, I watched it. But anyways, this is the 25th anniversary edition of Stand By Me. Great movie. It's based on a short story by Stephen King, directed by Rob Reiner. Great cast of young kids that would go on and everything. You got Jerry O'Connor, you got Will Wheaton, you got a young River Phoenix, who was probably like about 13 or so then, and then you got crazy Corey Feldman. It's got Kiefer Sutherland in it. It's actually got John Cusack in it, who plays Will Wheaton's brother. I kind of forgot that was the brother who died and everything. So he's got a kind of a small role where he's just talking to Will Wheaton, and then there's a dinner scene where he's in it. So very, very small little bit of John Cusack, but very good movie. I mean, Stand By Me. I mean, it's part of my generation. It's just one of those movies that you see when you're a kid, and you just kind of sticks with you. You would go to school and you would hear something from it and just goof. How kids were back then. But anyways, Stand By Me. And finally, guys, now this is a movie that actually takes place during Christmas in it. And in my house, I'm wanting to make this a new holiday movie to watch every year. This year was the test year. Me and my wife, I had already watched it. I put it back on again for her and stuff. And we were doing stuff the whole time. And it was in the background. It was on and stuff. But it kind of has a humdrum ending on it, but it's a really good movie. You can't resist the cast. Are really good. It takes place during Christmas. The movie is called Remember the Night, and I want to say this is screenplays by Preston Sturges, so it's a good screenplay already. It's got a great cast. It's got Sterling Holloway, Balula Bondi. But it stars Barbara Stanwyck and Fred McMurray. It's called Remember the Night. Barbara Stanwyck plays I forgot what she is, but she gets caught shoplifting a bracelet. She's kind of like a shoplifter or something, and this whole thing happens. It's around Christmas. Fred McMurray gets mixed up. It's just a great little movie. It's got it's Christmas and everything, and I guess I could have got Christmas in July out. Another movie directed and written by Preston Sturges, but I kind of wanted to try this one out, and it did okay. I mean, it did okay. I mean, maybe we'll try it again, but trying to introduce some different kinds of movies with Christmas in it, because even Lethal Weapon I watched recently, and it kind of ends on a really great little Christmas note. He's invited to dinner, So I think that movie is just as much Christmas as Die Hard is. Die Hard is a little bit more, but I believe what am I talking about? Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. So anyways, guys, Remember the Night. This was from 1940, I believe. And by the way, the print of this on this Blu-ray is beautiful. It is a very sharp, beautiful black and white print. You can tell that just that nitrate. It must have come from the original camera negative, because it looks great. Yeah, it says it comes from the original 35 millimeter Elements. So, and it's directed by Mitchell Leeson, who he did another movie, I think, that had a script by Preston Sturges, or maybe it was Billy Wilder. But Mitchell Leeson did a lot of cool movies back then, a lot of great little comedies, really underrated stuff. And there you go, Remember the Night. So there you go, guys. Just a few of the Christmas are Christmas movies or movies I watched during Christmas, you know, putting up the tree, wrapping presents, basically. You know, basically I'm watching the movie, my wife's wrapping presents, but you know how that goes, guys. So anyways, guys, there you are. Please comment, let me know what you think about those movies. I mean, should they be Remember the Night? Has anybody watched that? And I mean, what do you think about that? So anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to comment and check out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other past content I have. 4 years worth almost, guys. Can you believe it? So there you go, guys. I'm Mike. This is Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. You guys take it easy out there and always watch good movies.